Let's go. Coach Sam, please take it away.
Yes, sir. All right, so let's proceed with the 90-day challenge. I already discussed this in our previous training, so I will just do this again, just to refresh your mind about the concept of 90-day challenge. As I've told you in our previous training, I've done this many times over, but I would like to share with you my experience when I first did this in that was, I believe it was in 2013. Okay, and I have so much success doing this. But before I proceed with that, let me discuss some part of this for us to really understand the concept of 90-day challenge. Okay, the idea is we want to create a sustained momentum in doing our business, right? Especially if you experience network marketing for quite some time, and somehow there's a point where you feel that you're not getting anywhere, you're not moving forward, right? And it feels really frustrating, right? To be in that situation. So that's where 90-day challenge is coming in, because we're going to have an activity, and it is called 90-day challenge because you have to challenge yourself for the next 90 days. It's a sustained activity, as what Edward says a while ago. This is not for everybody. This is for people who are strong, strong in mind, strong in emotion, right? And has the drive to really make these things happen, to make 90 days challenge work for them. So that's what I would like to, share with you initially with regards to the 90-day challenge. It's not easy, but if you're able to do it, I'm telling you, it will be the turning point of your to know it business. And the concept is this: you need to initiate, you need to do this. This is one huge burst of energy for 90 days. So you will just, program yourself for the next 90 days. And this is what I'm going to. You have to talk to yourself, and you have to be honest with yourself that you really need to do this before engaging in 90-day challenge. Okay? This burst of energy comes from massive action. All right? I will repeat it again. This burst of energy comes from massive action. So this is not just an action or a spurt of action. No, it's not. It's massive, consistent action. Non-stop exposures and sharing of to know it products and opportunity to everyone who will listen to you. And continuously following up with the person who listened to you, because as our experience taught us, we did not immediately decide on our first exposure in this business, right? So it needs constant follow up for you to be able to sustain this. Okay, ask yourself, what are you willing to do for your business to grow and for you to change your life? So it's a really serious question we're facing. Do you still remember your reason why you're doing this? So you had to go back and face your reason. Why are you doing this business? You had to anchor yourself, anchor your 90 days challenge to your reasons, to your deepest why. And we discussed that also in our previous training. Now, we need to refer back always to our deepest why. And that would give you the reason why you're going to do this. So it's a massive action for a short time frame, and it says that it will always win. So it begs to, a 90-day challenge begs to ask the question from us, what do you think is better? To do this business within the next 90 days, very hard and massive, with all the efforts and time that you have, that you can put into this in short 90 days. 90 days is not that long. There have been so many 90 days that came into your life, right? Not only 90 days, but even years, months have passed already. But where are we right now? That's the question. Are we willing to do this and achieve a massive success? Or would you choose a harder path, which is do this harder for the next 5 years, 10 years, and without even getting the result that you desire? So it's a choice between doing this in a spurt of energy with massive action for the next 90 days, or do it 6 months, 1 year, 3 years, or 5 years, just slowly building your business, right? But I'm telling you, it will no go where. So this is the myth number one. Slow and steady wins the race. Slow and steady will never produce. For example, take a plane taxiing down the runway. It needs to be 100% for a short time to get off the ground before runway ends, or otherwise it will not take off. It doesn't have that kind of energy needed for the plane to take off. Okay? How about our business? If you take it slow and steady, it may or may not ever get off the ground. But if you have a burst of energy and work it really hard for a short amount of time, it could change your life. And now the beauty of this, especially the program that we're going to engage, the 90-day challenge, right? And as I can recall it, change your life for 90 days, right? You subscribe to that to the Telegram, our Telegram group, change your life 90 days. So that will really happen if you're going to go through this kind of a program. And I want to tell you that we will guide you every step of the way. We will provide you the tasks needed every day for you to accomplish this. But you need to have a burst of energy that you've never done before. Myth number two, just don't quit. Eventually, you'll make all kinds of money. By not quitting or going to all events, right? It will not give you the financial freedom that you desire, because you're not able to build your momentum and build your team with the amount of energy that is needed to fuel your business. So it will never happen again. All right. So the 90-day challenge, success loves speed. And this is the concept or the idea, especially promoted by Eric Worre. Okay. This is a comparison, 20 in 30 days. Okay, so what is 20 in 30 days? 20 people that you're going to sponsor personally in 30 days. So we're talking about 90 days. So that's 30 days in first month. Second month is 20 new iBOs in first month, in first 30 days. In second 30 days, another 20. And third 30 days is another 20. Right? So as the statistic shows, out of 20, 12 will actually do something immediately, get customers and maybe recruit. 8 will disappear. And 8 in 90 days are going to look like leaders and continue to work and learn and grow. 4 in 12 months out of 20 will continue to show up and grow. This will be the 80% you work with. 2 in 5 years will be left, will produce and become top earners. Six-figure earners are the ones who do the 30-day burst and 90-day game plan. So that's the statistics of the of people engaging in 90 days challenge. So it's either you do it 20 in 30 days, or other option would be 20 in 20 months. So how this goes, 20 brought on board in 20 months, right? So meaning that's average one person per month. So that would be 20 in 20 months, right? So what will happen? 8 will do something in the very beginning, 1 in 12 months of dedication, 0 left in 5 years. So you will have no people in 5 years' time. Actually, it will not even reach 5 years, then you'll run out of people. You'll run out of people under your team. So decide whether this is something you feel worth your time and efforts. What is your story? So you need to determine again your why and how this day 90 challenge is going to change your life. And Edward has created a program, 90-day challenge, that's really will give you the chance to change your life to a situation wherein that you can, it is something that you will never forget. And it happens to me in the past as well, doing this 90-day challenge. And of course, prior to your 90-day challenge, the 90-day challenge proper, there's what we call pre-launch preparation, and Edward has also provided this. There's a certain period of time that you can do the preparation for yourself. So what are those things that you can do? Of course, training. You continue to train yourself, preparing and get focused. Then you have to negotiate with your family. You have to talk to your wife, to your spouse, right? Your kids. Eliminate distractions, meaning unnecessary activities. You have to get away with that, or you just need to delegate it to other person for you to be able to focus on the 90 days challenge. Then continue building fresh contacts in your contact list. Make it an active contact list continuously. Then use the memory booster. Then, as we've discussed this part, right, this training, the inviting techniques, the inviting process that we've discussed, master it. Create your own scripts and do this constantly. Then eventually you're able to master it in your own words. Then practice, practice, practice. Then you also do role playing with your uplines for you to hone that skill needed for this business. So the idea is really to be prepared in this 90-day challenge. And okay, during your first 10 days, you have contacting, inviting, and presenting as possible. Actually, that's the 3 basic activity or steps in our network building cycle that you need to do: contacting, inviting, and presenting. Okay, meaning contacting your prospect list, right? Inviting them to a presentation. So that's the 3 steps that you have to do. So you do it 100% effort. Meaning you have a mindset of a full-timer. So it's either you do it full-time or you do it part-time. Full-time, you do it 16 hours per day. And if you're a part-timer, you have to do it 8 hours per day. And it's up to you if you want to have a day off every weekend. I think it would be beneficial on your end to have a rest day, even Sundays, for you to be recharged and not to get burned out in the middle of the 90-day challenge. So even if you're just a part-timer, you don't do this full-time, meaning you have your day job, right? But the idea is to have a full-time mindset. Okay, meaning your effective networking hours is 8 hours, right? But your mindset is full-time. Of course, the more time that you engage in this business, the higher the success rate of your 90-day challenge. So it says here that a lot of things to be done during your first 10 days, and that includes also to enroll in our Tonoit University, continue attending our training during the entire duration of the 90-day challenge. Keep learning, keep training, then connect with your upline to get um, advices, right? And of course, to you to be coached and mentored. Okay, for your second 10 days, then you will just continue what you're doing during your first 10 days, presenting, follow up. Then on your third 10 days, again, presenting, follow up, closing the deal with your previous connections or contacts. So that's how you do it, second month and third month. Okay. And make it, as exciting as possible. Make it a happy experience on your end. Because, the beauty of a 90-day challenge is, and the more it becomes more power if you doing it with a happy heart, meaning you're happy doing this business, you're happy doing the 90-day challenge. What will make you happier doing this? Again, the key to this is you have to anchor it, you have to connect it in your deepest whys. You have to go back again. Why are you in this business? All right. I always say to my downlines before, especially when I'm doing this training, um, when you're at home and when you're about to sleep and you look at your family, you look at your kids, if you're a family man, you look at your wife, you ask yourself, is this the life that they deserve? Is this the kind of life that my family, that my wife, that my husband, that my children deserve? Or they deserve more? So it's a question that, that makes you think, and it challenges you to do more. So I love the saying in my previous company, do more, be more, live more. Because if you do more, all right, do more meaning you do extra things, you do things that you don't normally do more, then become more, be more, meaning equip yourself, empower yourself with the knowledge, with the skills, everything, right, needed for this business. Do more, be more, and live more. Then you will live more. You will live your dreams. So that's the mindset that I want you to realize when you engage this. So this is not something that is easy. This is not something that you just take for granted. This is something that can change your life. 90-day challenge. And you need to be prepared to be able to succeed in this program. And I remember my experience. This was it's 2012 actually, 2012 when I first do this kind of program. And preparation is very crucial. You need to prepare yourself mentally, emotionally, and of course physically. Because at that time I need to go out, really go out, because it's really a offline modality of doing the business. At that time, online marketing is not that prevalent, and it's not a usual practice then. There are people probably doing it, but not that much. So most of the operations then in 2012 is really face-to-face, right? The traditional way of doing network marketing. So you have to be physically prepared to do this. So I remember at the time, it's just a coincidence that happened, and it helps me a lot to propel my business then. It's a new company that I engaged. I was a consultant. I developed a compensation plan for that company. I was offered a position in the corporate as a as a COO, Chief Operating Officer, but I declined the position, right? Because I want to build the network in that company. The company is still there at this point in time, okay, and they have now leaders that are earning millions every month, not 1 million, 4 million every month, right? So the company was able to make it when most of the initial leaders left that company. But anyways, going back, what I did when I first involved in that company, okay, and I happened to be introduced to the 90-day challenge, preparation is very crucial, right? So what I did, because there's a training that's going to take place prior to the 90-day challenge that I want to implement. So I subjected myself to the training, okay? And when I go to the training, I look at myself as a student. I don't look at myself as a trainer or as a mentor or as a coach. If I undergo a training, I humbled myself, then I became a follower. I became a student of the persons or group of people that's facilitating the training. And the training at that point in time, which is, really powerful, is the um, firewalk. I don't know if you've heard that kind of training. It is a series of training for 3 days. So I felt that I need to go to that training to prepare myself in this 90-day challenge. Okay? Because I want it to be, because my idea really is to be part of the Billionaires Club in less than 6 months of joining the business. Because I need to be in that position before 6 months. So that's my objective, why I employ to do 90-day challenge. Okay, so what happened is I engaged myself for 3-day training, right? So mind setting is really powerful the time, because there's so many training you have to undergo. It's a difficult training actually. There are physical engagement, physical challenges in the training, but more of the mental toughness that you need to develop during the 3 days of training. And for you to do that, you have to be in the alpha state. Yeah, I'll explain it later. What's the meaning of the alpha state? When you're in the alpha state, you'll be able to walk in burning coals without hurting yourself, barefooted. And that's why it's called firewalkers. So I was a graduate of firewalkers. There are only about less than 1% in the whole wide world who are firewalkers. The idea of that training is to eliminate all negativity, all right, and conquer your fears, because there are certain different levels of fears. And it prepared me to be in a position wherein I am prepared and ready for the 90-day challenge. Mentally, emotionally, right? I talk to my wife, I talk to my children that this is what I'm going to do. I need to communicate it to them very well, because I'll be out of my home many times for the next 90 days. I'll go to provinces, I'll go to different areas, I'll spend 3 days, 4 days in one area just to fulfill my mission on the 90-day challenge, because I'll do this at any cost. So that's the mindset. And you know what happened? Because I'm very clear about it, I prepared myself very well, and it is a personal challenge on myself. What happened is that in my first 4 days of doing the 90-day challenge, all preparations has been in place, tools, all the tools needed is there, right? Then I have a massive contact list at the time. So what happened is that my first 4 days, I was able to contact only one person. I mean, just only for one person. I was able to close. That one person brought about 1,225 people under her organization. In just on my fourth day, another 7 days, she encoded, registered 1,225 people in her organization. And it becomes a very clear to me, and I became very unstoppable. I'm unstoppable during the 90-day challenge. All right. And what I've had at the time around 70 personally sponsored business partners for my 90 days. And in 4 months of my engagement on that business, so the 90 days have passed already, right? On my fourth month, I became part of the Millionaires Club of that company. I reached the goal in less than 4 months. That's my experience in employing 90-day challenge, right? You have to be unstoppable. You have to be massive in your actions. There's no small actions. All actions should be massive, consistent, and deliberate. And that's my personal experience. And I'm happy when Edward told me that he's going to implement this in Tonoit. When I first discussed it last week, right? Then Edward was fast enough to introduce it. And I'm very happy when he told me that he's going to implement it. But what I would like to just to share with you, my dear iBOs, is to take it seriously. Make this your stepping stone to greater achievement. Don't lose this opportunity, because you will be guided every step of the way. We'll be your mentor and coaches in 90-day challenge. And I myself will be available in the 90-day challenge in any manner that I can be of help, right? I will do so because I want you to experience the success initially that I experienced doing the 90-day challenge. And I'm telling you guys, it's worth it. It's really worth it. Once you achieve that, actually, you will have a feeling that anything you can achieve it. There's nothing that you cannot do if you just focus your mind to your goals and put your all energy and efforts to achieving that goal. And you will become unstoppable. So my wish and my encouragement to everybody: make this 90-day challenge a worthwhile event in your to know it journey, and we'll be here to guide you and coach you and mentor you every step of the way. And you can count on us on this particular in this venture. So that's my experience with 90-day challenge, and I want to inspire you, to encourage you to do this with all the energy that you have. Remove all distraction, focus on 90-day challenge, do everything you can. Don't settle for anything less. This is your challenge. This is your challenge to yourself, which is the beauty of this is what? You have control over it. Because we're not talking with other people, you're talking about yourself. It's either you do it or you don't do it. As I've said in the past, in network marketing, in life, there's no trying, only doing or not doing. It's either you do it or you not do it. So when you do it, just do it. Right? It's just like Nike, just do it. Simplify it, just do it. But do it massively, for you to build your momentum, build up your business, and reach your goals for the next 90 days. Thank you very much for listening, everybody. And that's all I want to share with you. And I want to encourage everybody to be part of this and take this opportunity to be guided accordingly, to be led by your uplines, by our To Know It leaders, because They have the capability to guide you, to help you, and reach your goals for your 90-day challenge.
All right. Thank you very much, Coach Sam. Wow. This was